Hey, what's going on, y'all? Welcome to another episode of Chronicles of FlyGuy, episode 15. Today, I got Mr. Olympic Slam himself, Reggie Lincoln, on the line. Why don't you give him a holler, bro? Tell him who you are.
Yeah, this is the notorious Reggie Lincoln, man. Long time no listen here, buddy.
I am, man. It's been a while, man. You said ever since our Angelo State days.
I know, right?
Yeah, man. Good old San Angelo.
College, man. Those are the days, man.
Yeah. So I remember back in the day when we was in college, you was telling me about your wrestling. So what got you started? What got you started in wrestling? I mean, I know I've always wondered. Like, I've thought about it, but I never actually got the guts to go and do it.
Well, I'm gonna tell you. Like, you probably witnessed a little bit of it, but I never really told everybody the full story. It was one of those things I kept hitting in college, but didn't do a good job of it. But what got me into wrestling was a failed boxing career.
A failed boxing career, okay.
A failed boxing career.
Okay.
I tried boxing. Like, when I used to hang out with another dude named Todd, you know him, the rest of the world don't. But I hung around him. I was boxing with him for a little bit.
I think you did tell me about it a couple of times. You did boxing, or you were sparring with him a couple of times, right?
I actually had a fight and I lost.
Okay. So
I'm not even gonna lie. I got knocked out.
You got knocked out. Okay, I mean it happens. So
hey, it happens.
It happens. I mean, but you know what? You stepped in the ring. You know, I mean, that's more than I can say.
But I said, you know what? Let me try something else. Because boxing ain't for me.
Right. So. And
that's what I met this older wrestler from my hometown. His name was Killer Tim Brooks.
Right.
And he told me, hey, give it a shot. I mean, just come train. If you like it, give it a shot. If you don't, then, you don't have to do it no more. So I said, hey, what's the worst that can happen?
Right.
And now, almost 10 years later, now I'm here.
Okay. So a failed boxing career turned you to wrestling. And
yeah.
And 10 years later, it's like, I'm here now. So when you went to what did you say his name was again?
Tim Brooks.
Tim Brooks. So when you went to Tim Brooks, was that your trainer, or he just introduced you like, hey, why don't you come try it out?
That was my trainer.
Okay. So is he still your trainer now?
Unfortunately, this last year he passed away.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, man. Sorry to hear that.
Oh yeah, he passed away last year, man.
So the world of wrestling, like, what's it like? Like, what's it like to be a wrestler?
Honestly, it's tougher than what people think. But the people who say it's fake, people that say it's fake, but they'll never have balls to try it.
Right.
And they know the right words to pick when it comes to that. But I'm going to say this, it's not fake.
So the punches... Huh?
It's just a free service sport, but I feel like the sport of wrestling is the only sport that's actually honest about it. Yeah, it's fake.
Right. It's a fixed fight, but it's real.
Yeah. I feel like all sports are fixed, to be honest.
Okay.
But it's here for entertainment. Right.
So.
And wrestling's the only sport that does that. But it is like one of the funnest experiences ever. Because really, like, wrestling is truly a melting pot of all different cultures.
Right.
Like the people you would never picture hanging out with each other will hang out with each other through the wrestling. Because it has so many different personalities.
Okay.
Like, somebody who's, very conservative and, dressed like Steve Urkel, something, you'll catch them hanging around someone that like that like to dress in all black and emo and all that stuff. You
Mm-hmm.
see them two hanging around each other just because of wrestling. You would not see that in any other sport.
Okay. So what's it like in the back? I always wonder what's it like in the locker room in the back. Like, I always hear about like these stories like WWE, but I want to hear from your perspective, since like you are a wrestler. What's it like in the back in the locker room when you're about to have a fight, or are y'all just chit chatting and just kind of chilling? Are you trying to like get into a mindset? I know you have to have like you have to be kind of a good actor, correct? Like,
Well, I mean, don't you have to be a good actor in all sports?
Yeah, it's true.
I'm just saying. Y'all watch LeBron. I watch LeBron. He acts all the time.
Yeah, with the flopping, but we ain't gonna go there right now.
Well, let's not go there. But yeah, I mean, you just gotta get prepared. Know what moves you're gonna do, and what kind of time you got, and all that stuff. So you do have to go up there.
Okay, so when you have an opponent like I don't know, I guess like wherever one of your opponents is, like, do y'all get together and talk about, okay, look, I'm gonna do this move and then you do this and then you pin me, or was that y'all kind of have like a game plan before you go out there?
Some do and some don't. I'm gonna be real with you on that. Some do and some don't.
Okay, so
I had my time. I had a little short stint in WWE myself back in 2018.
Right.
You wouldn't see me wrestle on TV or nothing like that, but we do talk over some things that we do, or that we have to do, or how the show is going to go overall. Because production and everything, we're on the time. We got to do things with a certain time limit.
Right.
Yeah, actually, when I was on Raw in 2018, it was actually out in San Antonio.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, so how was that experience? Like, that's gotta be pretty cool. I mean, I've never met anybody from Raw, so I can actually say I know somebody that wrestled on Raw. Like, that's pretty damn cool. So like, my question, were you starstruck, and were you like kind of starstruck when you saw some of like the big time wrestlers like Triple H or The Rock?
Well, Triple H is actually the first person I have to talk to. Like, for most new guys that are going in there and everything, and they're doing a job there, even if it's just for a night, the first person you honestly have to meet is Triple H.
Right. So
he's a nice person, man. He really is. A lot of these guys are bigger than what they look like on TV.
Oh yeah, I know. I've seen him. I've seen him in person. Like, oh my god, he's huge.
Like you think they look big on TV? Like, the TV does them no justice.
Yeah, oh wow. So they're a lot bigger than what we're picturing on TV.
Yeah, pretty much. Like, even if you think they're big already, like, if you can imagine how big they are now, I promise you, in person they're big.
Okay, so how big is Triple H then? I mean, because he's a pretty big dude. Like, he's a pretty stacked guy.
Oh man, how can I describe it? Because, like I said, he's pretty huge.
Yeah,
he's pretty huge.
I can only imagine how big he is, because the guy's like, he's got to be at least 6'4", 6'5", maybe.
I would say he's like 6'5", 6'6".
Okay, and I'm sure he's in the higher twos, probably like 2, maybe 250.
I can't tell you his weight, but he be in Men's Fitness magazine sometimes. They'll tell you more about it.
Right. Okay, well, that's
obviously in great shape still.
Yeah.
Although he's in his early 50s.
Yeah. So who else did you meet when you were on Raw?
I met Stephanie.
Oh, Stephanie McMahon. So how was that?
I got to meet every McMahon except Vince.
Oh, so you met Shane too?
Yeah.
You met Shane
She's the
McMahon.
nicest person you could ever meet.
Okay.
She's very professional. She has class, and she handles things with respect and class. When it's time for business, it's time for business. But if there's free time around, she'll talk to you about whatever you want to talk about.
Okay, so she's a businesswoman first, and then she we'll play later. That's respectable.
Yeah.
That's respectable.
Business first.
Business first. Business first.
I mean, everybody respects that. You gotta respect something like that.
Yeah, you gotta respect.
And she told us what I expected as well.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I did not expect Stephanie to be that tall.
Okay. So they look like little ants on TV. Cause I'm sure you've been to like professional games and things like that, and like up in the stands, they look like little ants just running around. But when you're standing next to them, oh my god. So that was that.
I knew Stephanie was like. I thought she was like an average height for a woman. Around 5'5", 5'6", or something like that. No. Yeah, I would think Stephanie was around 5'5", 5'6", or something like that. An average height for a female.
Right.
No, she's not. She's much taller.
So she probably like 5'8", 5'9", like maybe 5'10", 5'11".
I think she's in the 60s.
Oh shoot. Okay. Never mind then.
Yeah.
that's a large woman right there. No disrespect to Stephanie McMahon nor Triple H, because I don't want them to come to my house. So So how long was your stint with them? You said it was 2018. Like how many matches did you have?
Well, I really didn't. I had a tryout match. That was it.
Oh, okay.
Like, I was on both Raw and SmackDown. I just had a tryout match. It was not on TV or nothing like that.
Okay. So were you one of those matches that was right before they started recording?
Pretty much. Like I said, it was a tryout match.
Okay. Well, I mean, hey, like I said, you can say a lot more than most people can say. I had a tryout match with Raw. I'm a wrestler. I mean, you had a boxing career for a second there. I mean, I do remember talking to you in the UC every once in a while. Yeah, I was sparring with such and such, and I was like, oh, okay, that's cool, man. I didn't really know you were boxing, so the only other boxer I knew of was your sparring partner, and do you remember Angel?
Angel?
Yeah, he was also a boxer. That's the only why everybody would call him boxer and all this stuff, but that's the only one I really knew of as far as boxing.
I don't remember him, but there was one from San Angelo named Enrique.
Yeah, Enrique, yeah.
He's living out there in San Antonio.
Really?
He got his own gym in San Antonio, yeah.
Really? I never heard about what happened to him after that. I might have to reach out to him and see what he's up to.
He got his own gym out there in San Antonio.
Well, that's cool. I know he went to Golden Gloves for a little bit there, and I don't really know what happened after that.
He went pro.
He went pro. Okay. He went pro. Okay. Well, that's good.
I honestly can't say where my boy Ty is, because I hadn't heard from him in such a long time.
Right.
But I'm not gonna get into his personal life.
Right. You just wish the best for him. Hope maybe he'll see this and call you up. But yeah. So you had a trial with Raw. So what are some of the other circuits you wrestled for?
I've just been all over the independent scene pretty much.
Okay.
I can't name all the big ones just yet because I haven't been there. I can't name the AEWs, which is the next goal.
Right.
AEW on TNT. I would love to get there next. But other than that, I used to wrestle on this show called SWE Fury.
Mm-hmm.
Which that's on the local channel in Texas on the CW network.
Okay.
I used to wrestle on there.
Okay. And how long were you with them?
I I was with them for about a year, and that was it.
About a year. Okay, well, so in those matches that you had when you were with them for about a year, was it call you up and say, "Hey, man, we got a match," or did you have matches set up around your? Was that your only source of like your job, or did you have like a job outside?
No, there's different promotions around the East Circuit. They'll say, "Hey, we need you to come do this, or do that, do this."
Right.
Honestly, I can't name them all because there's so many.
Right.
But you got to research the independent scene, the independent circuit, and then you will see.
Okay.
But because there's more than there's plenty of wrestlers in this world that's more than just what you see in WWE or what you see on AEW or whatever you watch on TV. Mm-hmm. There's more wrestlers than what you think.
I do know of another wrestler out here named Porky. Have you ever wrestled him?
I never wrestled Porky. Me and him talk online every now and then, but never wrestled a guy. But I never wrestled a guy. I met him in person. Mm-hmm. I never wrestled him. He's a good dude. Love that man. Yeah,
I used to work with him out at the Knicks. So shout out to Porky, man. Great guy, very nice guy. I see him in the gym all the time working out, or he's throwing tires around and carrying on. So yeah, he's a real nice guy. Very nice guy. Can wrestle his butt off. I mean, dudes.
And I work hard.
Yeah, I wouldn't hop in the ring with him at all. So you hit me once.
Yeah, that guy works hard.
Yeah, he's a hard working man. So I give it to him. So what's one of your favorite? What was one of your favorite matches? Like, which ones you can name that you just like you'll never forget?
Honestly, that's a good question. I'm going to say this right now. I don't think I've had that match yet.
You haven't had that match yet, huh?
But that's because I ran into so many good people, and I can't say what's my favorite. I can't say my favorite match ever. I don't think I had it yet, but a lot of people that I've wrestled have been good, and I've had great matches with them, and can't knock any of them for that. But I really can't say my favorite.
Because you haven't had it yet.
Yeah, I probably haven't had it yet, but I can't say my favorite right now.
Okay, that's fair. That's fair enough. So, I mean, you said 10 years, you're still here, so obviously you still have...
Yeah, to be honest, it's like asking Tom Brady which ring is his favorite ring.
Yeah, I actually saw it on Instagram. He said his favorite ring is the next one. So,
pretty much.
Yeah, I mean, you can't... TB12 ain't done yet, man. I mean, go. I'm not a Tom Brady fan. I'm not a Patriots fan, but as a football fan, TB12, I gotta give it to him. And I will say this.
That's the GOAT, man.
Yeah, he's the GOAT. And I will say this because you're a Denver fan. Cowboys, I'm still upset about the Surtain pick because this man that got one in Denver and took it to the house. So I'm gonna need old boy that y'all pick from Kentucky to step it up, just a tad bit there, because I'm getting upset. But
look, the Cowboys should have traded up sooner.
Look,
they should have traded up sooner. They were gonna get it for him.
I mean, we don't really need a linebacker, but Parsons could have waited. But I'm not a GM of the Cowboys. I'm just a mere fan, so I'm just stating my opinion. But we'll see what happens.
But you know what? I like the fact that Jerry finally admitted he screwed things up.
When?
With Jimmy Johnson.
Oh yeah, I mean he finally put Jimmy Johnson in the Ring of Honor because Jimmy Johnson told him. Jimmy Johnson and I'm trying to think of the other one. Was it Lambeau? No, it wasn't Lambeau. It was somebody. But they basically told Jerry, like, look, let me coach the team. If you want me to coach, let me coach. And, Jerry obviously didn't like that. Jerry obviously didn't like that, so he, found a way to fire him. And he screwed up with Jimmy Johnson. And Jimmy Johnson, kept it professional, didn't, throw him under the bus, and just kind of like, hey man, whatever, do what you do, but you're not gonna win any more ships, and we haven't won since he left. So that's what it is. But back to your wrestling, man. You said you haven't had that one match yet. What's your dream match? Who would you love to wrestle? Like, if it's a big name, a small name. I know you say you haven't wrestled Porky, but who knows? It might happen in the future. And I'll definitely be there for that one. I will definitely, like, man, you in San Antonio, let me know where it's at. I will be there. And I'll do a live interview right there. But who would you love to wrestle? Like, just like your dream match, like somebody you just been chomping at the bit to get at.
That's a good question, man. That is a really good question, man. You can't stop. Who can I say, man? Wow. You should have gave me some time to think about that.
I come with some heavy questions, man.
I gotta think about that one. Like, someone who I always looked up to was Iceman King Parsons, who was an older gentleman, who's a legend on the Texas scene. Now these are dream matches. I know they won't really happen.
Right.
I would love to step in the ring with Ron Simmons.
Mm-hmm.
First black heavyweight champion.
Okay.
Someone like Booker T.
Booker T. Okay.
But that'll come at a very hefty price.
Yeah, this money does talk. And if you didn't know, he does have a wrestling squad in Houston.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, he's got a wrestling squad in Houston, so he's got a circuit out there. And I guess it's one of the independent circuits you were talking about. Who knows? You might be able to go on and sign as a free agent and tell him, like, hey,
Well, mainly, probably Justin Rose, or some people know him as Justin Rose, others know him as Goldust.
Goldust, okay. Goldust. I remember Goldust. Okay, so you might like to find this.
Who has a training academy out there? Out somewhere around the Austin area.
Oh, so he's here in Texas. I didn't know that. I was unaware of that.
Yeah, I can tell you a lot of wrestlers that are around in Texas.
Isn't the Undertaker located in Texas too?
I'm not sure. I know he's from Texas. I know he's from the Houston area.
Okay, but he might actually be here.
Yeah, because I know Stone Cold isn't in Texas anymore.
Yeah, he's in Nevada. I want to say something like that.
Yeah,
I saw his documentary on the A&E bios, and I saw Booker T's too, and I was like, wow, that's actually quite impressive. The feats they had to go through to just get to where they were or where they're at now. So I thought that was pretty cool. So what would be your advice to young up and coming wrestlers today?
Watch the company you keep.
Not the company you keep.
I said watch the company that.
Watch the company you keep. Okay, I'm sorry. Well, expand on that for me. Like, what do you mean?
Because sometimes, like these days, in the world that we live in, a lot of times it's who you know and not what you know.
Yes, I do.
and some people have lost their opportunities or their chances just because of that alone.
Because of somebody they associated with?
Yeah.
Okay. And so is that how you've been able to prolong your career for so long. I mean, 10 years is that's not nothing to blow off. Like 10 years is a long time to be a wrestler, and to still be doing it at your level.
Yeah, sometimes I've made that mistake of not keeping the right company.
Okay.
I mean, I get, mistakes happen. You're going to make mistakes. You're going to. That's just part of life right there.
Right.
But like I said, just watch the company you keep because it could ruin you.
Could make you or break you. So I know that most wrestlers like yourself, you say you're an independent contractor, correct? Like you just wrestle on an independent circuit. What do you do? What's your day job? When you're not,
I do insurance.
You do insurance. Okay. So, so I mean, so y'all look. If he beats you up in the ring, then you gotta buy some insurance from him. You gotta buy some insurance from this man too. So that's pretty cool, man.
My insurance is good. My insurance is great.
It's great insurance.
I mean, that's like, especially if I'm doing this, I gotta have some good insurance.
Right. So have you had
which is other advice I have for the young up-and-comers. Get you some insurance.
That's what I was gonna ask you. Have you ever had any injuries that required you to be out of the ring for a little while, or did you get little nagging injuries, or what's? Well, I guess.
Of course, you're gonna get injured. That's all sports again.
Right.
But the injury that I had that made me take the time off pretty much didn't have anything to do with wrestling. It was from a car accident.
Oh, okay. So
I never had knock on wood, but I never had a career-threatening injury doing this sport.
Okay. So you took
most of my career is threatening.
What's your career? What?
Career-threatening injury outside of the sport.
Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah, you get cut out there for a second. Still there?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So you said most of
I got into a car wreck and messed my back up back in around 2013, 2014.
Mm-hmm.
I had to take a lot of time off of that.
Okay, well, I'm glad you recovered from that, bro. I didn't even know you had an injury like that. And
yeah.
Does your family come out and watch you wrestle, or do you or is it kind of sometimes? So you have like a little wrestling section out there.
Oh yeah. Like whenever I wrestle in the DFW area, they'll come and watch. Okay.
So you do travel then too. You travel around Texas or are you just saying like the DFW?
I travel around. Yeah, I travel around Texas, Oklahoma, Kansas, Arkansas, Louisiana. Yeah, I've been to some places in this country, my man.
Hey man, I mean, like I said, I'll say it again, man. You have done a lot more than most people can even dream of. You've actually chased your dream, and it wasn't even a beginning dream. It was from a failed boxing career. So I mean, like I said, most people won't even think of doing that. Let alone actually do it. So
well, the thing is, I never wanted to go through life saying, "What if?"
Right.
That's like, what if is one of the worst things you can say to yourself.
Right. That's good. That's good advice. Don't say what if. Just do it. Whatever it takes, whatever the hell it takes, go and do it. So I mean, when's your next match, or when are you stepping in the ring again?
Oh man, I'll step in the ring. I'm gonna take a little bit of time off, for some try to work on some things for myself.
Okay.
And the next time I step in the ring will be in September in Lubbock, Texas.
Lubbock, Texas. Okay, that's about 6 hours away from me. So if you put something up on IG or Facebook or your match, I will definitely watch it.
Yeah, it'll be on YouTube.
Okay, you throw it on YouTube, man. I will definitely subscribe and watch it because I seen some of your matches. Now I do remember, and I kind of want to point this out. I remember when the whole Black Lives Matter thing came out, and you had a sign that says "I matter," and I looked at it and I kind of laughed, and I was like, that's Reggie for you. I was like. Reggie would.
I hated that sign.
Huh?
Man, hated that sign, man.
So what? So I was gonna ask you about that. So what? So how did that work out? Like when you had the I matter stuff, what was that? What was that all about? I had to ask you about that. But like,
it's all about me, man. It's all about me. Somebody else? No, just me.
He said. Reggie said it said I matter. I'm like. Okay. I like
it's all about me, man. It ain't about nobody else, just me.
So is that so when you're wrestling, are you a bad guy? Is that your gimmick, or are you a bad guy? You're a good guy. You're kind of like a
bad guy. What? What? Bad guy? Am I a bad guy to you?
I don't know. I just you gotta have that building, so it's like. You like, hey man, it's all about me, baby. I matter. You know,
so I'll say it like this: you have something that you like and something that you don't like. It's up to the fans to determine who's the bad guy and who's not.
I mean, that I matter sign, bro. I couldn't but laugh. I was like, that's Reggie. Like that is completely Reggie. I was like, I can already see Reggie talking. Like man, Black Lives Matter. I matter. You know, so I matter. I was always on black. Wow, I matter. So I just couldn't. I mean, it just you have a personality that just sticks out, especially for wrestling. Like, just sticks out. Like, you'll write something or say something that just it will stick with you. And that's been about 2 years now since I've seen that sign. And I'm like, what? He said, I matter. I said, okay. I was like, I gotta talk to him about that sign. Like, I matter. Like, what's this about?
So many people hated that sign, my man.
I can't hate on that sign because honestly, everybody is hope that the way we are in society today, we're very selfish people and we only think about ourselves. But nobody wants to be called out on it. You know, so for you to basically pinpoint and throw it out there, so look, I matter. I thought that was the ballsiest move I ever seen in my life. I was like, wow. I got to watch this dude wrestle, man, because I was like, if he's writing signs talking about I matter, and you know what, the goggles. I gotta ask you about the goggles, bro. Because you got the whole Horace Mann look going on when you put the goggles on. Are those your prescription goggles, or you just wear them for like?
They're prescription, my man.
Oh, okay.
I'm losing my contact in the ring, and when you lose your contact in the ring, like you're not getting the thing back.
Right.
So yeah, those are actually prescriptions, man.
Oh, okay. So that's like so I can see.
Yeah, like I'm blind, man. I'm blind.
He's like, I can't see nothing. So,
and my business is getting worse the older I get, so I gotta wear those now, man.
Hey man, we're not youngsters like we used to be at Angelo State anymore, man. I ain't gonna say how old I am, but you know, I think you got there in what 2008.
2009.
2009. See, you got there. I've been there 4 years already. You know what I'm saying? So I've been there already. That was already my fourth. I was already my 4th year. So for those of you that are doing the math, 2009, that was my 4th year. You can kind of do the math from there. But yeah. So I mean, you've been out of Angelo State for at least 11, 12 years now.
Yeah, I graduated back. I graduated back in 2013 from Angelo State.
Oh, okay. So 2013, you graduated. I'm tripping, my bad. I'm way off on my math. But yeah, so I mean, you've been out for a minute. I've been out for quite a while. I came back to San Antonio, and life is good. But I was like, I was like, man, I gotta hit my boy Reggie up and see what this I matter sign means. How's the wrestling scene going?
I matter sign in a minute either, man.
Yeah, man.
I haven't did an I matter sign in a minute.
Yeah.
People started catching on to it. Once the whole George Floyd thing happened and everything, it was like people started coming up to me like, now I understand.
Right.
And they just ruined everything now. So I gotta do something new.
He gotta come up with something new to make sure everybody don't understand it first. I like that. You think ahead, like, well,
because people hate what they don't understand.
Right. And that's your whole thing. Like, you want them not to be able to understand it, so you can have them hate it.
The thing about wrestling is you teach people things.
Right.
You teach them certain, like, with your personality will teach them certain things. Like let me tell you, and you'll find out true personalities of the people you know just the rest.
Right.
I'll tell you, one of the worst storylines in wrestling I ever seen was, I don't know if you was watching wrestling around this time, but it was Kane and Lita.
The diva?
Yeah, Lita. When she had the miscarriage and everything like that.
Oh, that was a couple. That was way back, but yeah.
That was one of the worst storylines ever because I don't know how WWE made it happen, but what the story was, and I'm just gonna bluntly say it because WWE, how WWE put it. Pretty much the story was Kane raped Lita and got her pregnant.
Oh. Okay.
Oh yeah, this I'm gonna tell you this is around the time. This is a different time as well. Today that stuff wouldn't fly.
Yeah, it would not fly at all. They would have a full investigation and everything. So.
But yeah, the story was that Kane, just so Kane would stop beating up on Matt Hardy, who was her boyfriend at the time. Lita made a deal with Kane, and so pretty much Kane raped Lita.
Okay.
Yeah, and throughout that storyline, Lita had a miscarriage.
Right.
And somehow, some way, when you think about this type of watching, you can watch it all over again on YouTube. When you think about it, how the hell did they make Kane the good guy in this story?
He was the good guy in the story?
When she cheated on Kane, and I have air quotes going right here. When she cheated on Kane with Edge.
Right.
But because she was cheating on Kane, somehow Kane became the good guy, and the whole world forgot that Kane raped this woman.
I think people they don't look at all the circumstances, and that's why they kind of jump to conclusions. And these real life stories that we have going on, unlike this made up, story or storyline, it kind of goes back to look at everything and look at what happened. So you can't kind of glorify somebody that's already considered a criminal, a rapist. So in that storyline, all of a sudden he becomes a good guy because she went to another man.
Now, what I'll say is, we know that this really happened. We know Kane didn't really rape her and all that. Well, speaking of that, that's another dream match of mine is Kane.
Mm-hmm.
But we know that. But it's how did they make that happen?
That's a good question.
And wrestling actually shows you true personalities and true story, and certain stories and everything. Really, it's pretty much a big cartoon or a big soap opera. Whatever you want it to be, wrestling can be.
So,
It could be your favorite movie, it could be your favorite soap opera, it could be your favorite cartoon.
okay. And I know you got Lord rest his soul now, but Debo, when he was Zeus back in the day, and no holds barred, and he fought Hulk Hogan. Did you ever know about that storyline?
Oh, yeah.
He wanted to fight Hulk Hogan.
Rest in peace to Zeus or Debo, whatever you want to call him.
Yeah, Tim Tiny Lester, what his name was. But I call him, I know him best as Debo. I heard about him playing Zeus.
Most black people do.
Yeah.
You black, you know him as Debo.
Yeah, you know him as Debo, exactly. Like, if you black, you know him as Debo. And all you youngsters out there, if I say, like, yo, man, you gonna Debo my chair like that, they look at you, it's like, oh, never mind, you youngster, never mind. So, like, man, or Ice Cube, seat check, homie. That means I'm taking your seat. Like, I'm not seat check like that's my chair. Like, no, get out the chair. I'm taking it. So, I'm a Debo, you out your chair. That's my bike punk. I got Big Day, so I feel snaking ass dog. Shout out to Pops, rest in peace, Pops.
Yeah, shout out to Pops. Rest in peace to him.
Yeah, rest in peace.
Tiny Lester and all.
Yeah, but rest in peace, Debo. Oh, rest in peace, Janet Jackson. She actually died too, man. Not the one that said she was like Janet Jackson. The big girl. She passed away too. I think she was one of the first ones to pass.
Yeah, rest in peace to her too. Rest in peace to Roach.
Yeah, Roach dead?
Yeah, man.
Oh, damn, I didn't know that. Rest in peace to Roach, man. Y'all did great things for the movie scene, the movie world. But also rest in peace to just the Friday series, because I don't think Smokey coming back.
Smokey definitely ain't coming back.
I'm a little upset about that, but it's all good, man. So they did the best they could with what they had, So Ezell, all the people, Ezell, Stanley. Hey guys, can you please get off the grass? Yeah, man, it's crazy, man. But yeah, so Zeus or Debo was actually Zeus at one point, and he fought. He wanted to fight him in real life and win in real life, and obviously he never won. Sad. He was on the wrestling scene for a little bit. I didn't know that.
Yeah, he was.
He was on the wrestling scene for a little bit. So, I guess to kind of end the show, what would be your, like I said, kind of like, what would be your any advice to anybody that's looking to young, old, new, not new? What would be your last advice to all the fans out there, wrestlers and things like that?
Well, like I said, have insurance, watch the company you keep, and family first.
Family first. Okay. Y'all heard it?
Like, this is not more important than family or your means of life.
Right. Y'all heard directly from Mr. Olympic Slammer himself, Reggie Lincoln. Family first. Well, guys, that's our time. Reggie, it was great talking to you, man.
Always a pleasure, my man.
The pleasure's all mine, brother. I wish you the best, man. I'm hoping to see your fight on YouTube here pretty soon. Do you have a link that we can go to watch that?
Man, just type in Reggie Lincoln, man. That's the best I can tell you.
Okay, y'all heard him. Type in Reggie Lincoln. Be looking for that man in September. I'm FlyGuy, and I'm out, y'all.